Hello, this is 80s Car Guy, and today I'm replacing front brakes on my 2000 Ford Focus. So first thing, obviously, is to get the car jacked up and take the wheel off. Then bolts on the back of the caliper are T45 Torx socket, and there's usually some little plastic clips on the back to protect those. They're missing on mine. Just go ahead and get those off. And when those are all the way loose, you can take a screwdriver, and first you have to get this clip off and out of the way. And then you can start prying the caliper off. You never want to let the caliper hang by the flex line, or you can ruin it. But once that's off, there's nothing else holding the rotor on. You just take that off. And the front pad, then you have to take that clip off from the caliper. Then you can get the pad out. I'll do some prying with the screwdriver. And then the back pad just pulls straight out. With the pads out, you're going to need to push the piston back in. And I use a C-clamp for that. But first, you need to take the top off of the master cylinder. And this is it. You just unscrew it and pull that up. And that's where you add your brake fluid. So if you leave that on and you just put the C-clamp on and start cranking it down, well, one, it's really hard, and if you just keep going at it, you could burst a brake line. I just set it in there like that, and it's real easy, just one-handed, and very slowly turn it, and you can see the piston get pushed back in. And when there's a little bit of resistance, it's all the way in. The new pad just sits in here and pushes in this way, and requires some wiggling around, definitely two-handed. And the new pad, other one, gets pushed straight down on there, and this part of the metal clip sits up in there, and this side comes tucked around up underneath there. Then you just put the rotor on and take the caliper and put it in this way. There's a little groove in the tabs for the brake pads that line up in there, and line up the holes for your bolts and tighten those back down. And then this clip, once it's on, it's easier to move it out of the way like this to get the caliper or the pad onto the caliper, and it needs to be pushed around that way. This side, like that one, goes behind this clip, put that one there as well, and then this side has to get tucked up behind here, and prying at it with a couple of flat blade screwdrivers is the easiest way to do it. And once you've wrestled around with that clip a bit, it's not the easiest thing to get pushed around there, but that is exactly what it's supposed to look like. Then just put the top back on your master cylinder, and make sure you go in your car and press on the brake pedal a bit, and close this up Otherwise, if you just throw the tire on and try to go somewhere, you'll press on your brake, it'll go to the floor, and your caliper will squeeze in only so much, but not all the way. You have to pump it a few times to get it in the right position for grabbing the rotor to brake properly. Otherwise, if you're in gear and expect to stop, you won't, and you'll go through whatever object is in front or behind of you. Hope this was helpful. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.